You would never imagine that a small tailor could defeat a giant, but this actually happened. The giant simply took the villager's straw and made a cigarette out of it. Then he lifted the roof of one of the houses and took out the stove to use it as a lighter. After lighting his cigarette, he leaned against a villager's grain storage to enjoy it calmly. The giant's behavior terrified the people, and to calm them, the king immediately issued a proclamation asking for fighters to tame him. But for several days, no brave person stepped forward. Meanwhile, the king was confused, and somewhere in the city, a small tailor was busy swatting flies. Suddenly, he killed 7 with one strike, and pride filled him. He wanted to brag. "Have you ever killed a giant? I killed 7 with one hit." When people heard this, the news spread quickly and reached the king. He ordered the tailor to be brought and asked him if he really killed 7. The tailor thought he meant the flies, so he immediately answered, "Yes." To convince the king, he acted out the scene with excitement. After seeing him describe it with such enthusiasm, the king believed him and appointed him to face the giant. But when the tailor heard he would fight a giant, he froze. He was about to explain, but the king added that he would marry the princess upon his return. Under the princess's excitement, the tailor unconsciously agreed. With the cheers of the people, he exited the city gates. He didn't realize what had happened until the gates closed behind him. Fear took over, and he started knocking desperately to return. But when he saw the faces of the waiting people and the princess, he couldn't refuse and continued on with a worried heart. Suddenly, the ground began shaking, and the next moment, he saw a massive figure approaching. When he tried to look up, the giant almost crushed him with his foot. He ran wildly. After passing the forest, he reached a lake, thinking it might slow the giant. But to the giant, it was just a small puddle. With nowhere else to run, he hid inside a pumpkin. The giant, exhausted, sat on a house to rest. The tailor hid quickly, but the hungry giant grabbed the pumpkin with the tailor still inside and swallowed it whole. Fortunately, the tailor grabbed onto the giant's throat, making him choke. The giant ripped up a well and poured the water into his mouth. The tailor was pushed into the stomach, but luckily caught the well rope while falling. When the giant pulled the rope, the tailor managed to escape the stomach, but the giant saw him. With no place to run, the tailor pulled out his scissors to fight. The giant slapped him in anger, but the tailor had already hidden inside his sleeve. The giant put his hand inside the sleeve to pull the tailor out, not realizing this was part of the tailor's plan. When the giant inserted his hand through the opening, the tailor cut. The tailor sewed his hand inside the fabric. Then he climbed onto the giant's head, threw a rope around his nose and tied it. Once the giant was helpless from the pain, the tailor wrapped the rope around him from top to bottom, tightening it. When he reached the giant's feet, he pulled hard, and the giant fell to the ground. After taming the giant, things later evolved into building an amusement park powered by the air the giant blew.